Alright boys, this is probably going to be the best video I've ever made, but before we get into it, we have to address the elephant in the room. I'm not wearing a wife beater. Now, I wear a wife beater in all my other videos, but I got sick last week. That's why I didn't end up posting 3 YouTube videos and I didn't post for a little bit. Yesterday was my first day back after like 6 days of not training, so just bear with me. But now to get into the contents of this video, I have stuff written down here. I actually have a lot to say, so it's gonna be a good video. So social media has made you think that women are evil. And there's obviously 2 components to this statement: why and how. So first things first, we have to establish why, because we've all seen it. We've all seen the content on the internet. We've all seen the podcasts, the interviews, and red pill stuff, which we're gonna touch on more later. But why would they wanna do this? And the number one reason why is because it sells. Now look guys, I always try to keep it real. I'd be lying if I said morals are at an all-time high right now. In some way, the way that women are portrayed on the internet is somewhat accurate to real life. Now, is it blown out of proportion? Yes. Is it highly exaggerated? Yes. But there is some truth to it. If you look at the Billboard Hot 100 and you look at the songs made for women, they're all about being a thought, selling your body for money, playing men, and all sorts of other degenerate things. So I'm not going to sit here and act like women are these pure-hearted beings and it's all on us and we're evil and we're messed up and they're blameless and sinless and perfect. No, that's not the case. Because you could clearly see in the media, you can clearly see what's being pushed. Being a thought is what's being pushed. Now, contrary to that, I personally believe that most women are not like that, and there is a reason why people want to push this to you. Moving on to point 2, tribalism. You see, tribalism is a phenomenon of humans. We love being in opposing groups. We love all getting together and pointing the blame on other people and saying, look at them, they're not like us, we don't like them. And that's exactly what social media feeds on. There's a reason why it's red pill and blue pill. There's a reason why it's either you're alpha or you're beta. It's either you're a simp or you're some Chad. The people who make the videos perpetuating this ideology want you to all come together. They want all of us men to get together, all the incel guys to get together and hate on women collectively, because that will keep us there. People like doing that. You like getting together and ragging on others. So it kind of feeds to your natural instincts to get in one big group and go into a YouTube comment section with 10,000 other comments agreeing with you, all saying the same thing. Dating is dead in this generation. All girls are this. There's no good women left. Our mothers are the last, good women in this generation. All those things feed into itself because we love being in opposing groups. And so what the people who make this anti-woman content, this content that brainwashes you into thinking that all women are evil, what they've realized is that the more miserable the person is, the more likely they are to be online. Let me say that again. The more depressed, the more pessimistic, the more resentful a man is, the more likely he is to be online. And what better to be resentful about than women? You see, there's been many experiments like Tinder. Tinder, yes, is an experiment itself in which they've given women the power in terms of dating. And we see what's happened, right? A lot of guys feel disenfranchised. A lot of guys feel left out. The women want to choose the top men. There is some truth to that. But what the internet does is they blow it out of proportion because they know that if they push this idea to you, they know that if they do that, you will stay watching their content. Because here's the thing, okay? I had to come to terms with the fact that if I make content the way I want to make it, if I make this good content to help people, people will stop watching me. And that's why I'm thankful for my OGs, the people who've been here for like the past year, who I see consistently in the comments and stuff, because people message me and their life gets better. They're like, hey bro, I've been watching your videos. I got a girlfriend. I've gotten closer to God. I stopped being so fake depressed. I'm feeling better, but I still watch you to support you. And I'm thankful for that, but that's what happens if you make good content. If I make a video teaching you how to get a woman, how to stop being so depressed, how to live a better life, and you go ahead and achieve that thing, you have no need to keep watching my videos for years. But if I start telling you that it's over, and of course I don't outright say this, I just drop feed this information to you. Oh, this is what it's like out here. The women are like this. You have to be 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, and be super handsome. You have to have this, this, and that. If I start feeding this information to you that makes you more and more and more discouraged, sooner or later, you're going to be in a pit and you're not going to be focused on getting better anymore. You're going to be focused on hating on women. If you go to the Fresh and Fit comments, if you look at their live stream, comment sections, if you look at these videos that perpetuate this idea that women are evil and look at the comments and the people agreeing with it, none of them are focused on getting girls. None of them are focused on becoming better. None of them are focused on building a happy, good relationship. And it gets a ton of engagement. So now that we know why these content creators do this, let's talk about how. So like I touched on earlier, we all know the gold digger pranks with 100 million views where a guy pulls up in his Lamborghini. Hey, can I get your number? The girl's like, no. Okay, I don't want to talk to you anyways. gets in his Lamborghini. 5 seconds later, the girl comes back. And this is a sad, real video showcasing how messed up women are. We've all seen those. We've all seen the street interviews of guys interviewing girls and being like, have you ever cheated on your boyfriend? She's like, yeah, I've cheated 100 times and I'm happy about it. And people are like, see, like women are so messed up in this generation. This is so sad. You know, this is why I'm not gonna talk to any girls. We've all seen these dumb videos. But let me tell you a personal story that I find very funny. So I stumbled across this video. And it was one of these street interviews, and it was at UGA. Now, if you guys have seen my videos, you know I go to Georgia Tech. And so because of that, I'm from Georgia. I know a lot of people who go there. And they were asking girls if height matters. And, you know, the guys in the comment section were, of course, you know, incel, red pill, whatever, like, oh, all these women, blah, blah, blah. And funnily enough, I knew one of the girls in the video. And I actually had like hung out with them one time at a birthday party and like talked to them extensively, and they were pretty cool. And this video painted her in this way, and all the guys in the comments were like, oh, she's lying, blah, blah, blah. And I just found it super funny because it's like, I actually know this girl, and she actually seems like a very chill, down to earth girl. But people will just jump to their own conclusions no matter what. You see, one of the tactics that's used to promote this message is called a false dichotomy. It's the illusion that there's only two choices. Like I mentioned, the red versus blue pill. It's the illusion that either A, you have to agree that all girls are vain and they're all gold diggers and they're all terrible people, or B, you're a white knight simp who's gonna let your wife cheat on you. If you have any sort of intellectual, nuanced take, if you're a rational human being who's in the middle, you're viewed as some idiot. It's like all or nothing. And it's just a complete lie. There is obviously truth to both sides. You see, the people that make these videos and types of content often live in jaded places, like Miami, i.e. fresh and fit. And what they'll do is they'll take their lived experience that is representative of about 1 to 5% of the female population and say, I was on a yacht with billionaires in Miami, and there was a bunch of 18-year-old, you know, like plastic surgery, fake vein girls on there. Therefore, all women are gold diggers. Women don't have to work hard in life. They're just given everything. And if you want to get a girl, you're going to have to be rich and famous, and it's not worth it. And you should just move to Thailand and find some wife there. But yet, despite all of this, the probably biggest reason why this content is successful on the internet is because it allows you to stay weak. You see, so many men fail with women for a variety of reasons. Personally, I believe one of the biggest reasons is porn consumption. I believe it's caused hundreds of millions of men to be unable to interact with women, to over-sexualize women, to be depressed, anxious, have anxiety, all sorts of things. Pretty much across the board, we all agree, you know, men have gotten weaker, men have gotten dumber. I mean, even like the guys who make masculinity edits, always use old figures. We always use these Greek statues to talk about how they were better back then because men have gotten weak, while women conversely have leveled up. They're doing better in school now, they make more money now, they, you know, have their own stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so a lot of guys can't get women because of their own inadequacies. I'm not saying there's not any societal problems to do with that. Like I touched on earlier, there definitely are. That's an entirely separate video. But a lot of guys cannot get women. And instead of having to face that fact, instead of having to look in the mirror and say, you know what, maybe I'm not desirable to women. Maybe I dress like crap. Maybe I'm skinny fat. Maybe I need to get rid of my acne. Maybe I need to stop, you know, playing video games all day and maybe go out and make some money so I can attract a partner. Instead of looking in the mirror and having to tell yourself those things, you would rather just blame it all on women because it's easier. And that is why this content is so successful. And that's why they're able to create this terrible image of women, is because it allows you to be a loser. I'm not trying to sit here with virtue signal, but I am in a very happy relationship with an attractive woman, okay? And I had to put in a lot of work to achieve that. A lot of self-work, not just dressing better, not just going to the gym, but actually journaling and working on my own inadequacies and my own personality flaws. If I didn't do that, if I just sat there and told myself, all girls are the same, all these girls are gold diggers, all these girls, you know, just want this type of guy and they're all vain and they're all not worth it, I would have never gotten anywhere. It's crazy because like I literally know people, I have friends who like are decently looking, they have money, they could pretty much get a girlfriend if they actually went out and tried. But because of the internet, they've been convinced that all these girls are terrible and that they're not gonna find a girlfriend and that it's over. The bottom line is this: whatever you believe will become true. If you think it's over, if you think all Western girls are done and you have to go to Romania and like traffic 18-year-old girls and pimp them out on webcams like Andrew Tate, that's your reality. But if you don't believe that, if you choose to ignore all the smoke and all the confusion and just actually go out and try to do things in real life, 8.5 times out of 10, you will find success and you will realize that it's not really as it seems. Yes, there's fringe cases. Maybe you're the guy that's bottom 5% attraction and it is just over for you. That sucks. That's unfortunate. But for most guys, you're not in that area, you're not in that category, you're just handicapping yourself. And with that being said, if you guys like the video, like it, check out the links down below, my TikTok, yeah, pretty much that. And I will see you guys probably some other time.